this video, we're going to talk about the basic thermostat and humidistat function blocks. The basic thermostat and humidistat function blocks operate a single output and are designed for things like controlling an exhaust fan, a heater, a humidifier, a basic dehumidifier, etc. So let's start by adding a basic thermostat from our add function dialog. When we open up the thermostat function block, we'll see that the rules contain basic settings for temperature, including a set point and a deadband. Let's take a look at our equipment tab. On our equipment tab, we can select a thermostat sensor, so a sensor that can take temperature. In this case, we'll select our environment sensor for our room 1. Then we can select whether this is a cooling or a heating thermostat mode. Let's say this is a cooling thermostat, and I'm going to try and control an exhaust fan. Next, I need to select an output that we'll be controlling. So let's select our room 1 relays, and let's pretend that output 6 is my exhaust fan. Now, of course, I could name output 6 fans or something more descriptive than output 6 if I were to select it on the Devices tab and rename it. So we're selecting environment sensor room 1 for our temperature reading. We're going to be operating this function block in a cooling mode, and we're going to be controlling output 6 on our room 1 relays. Now let's go back to our rules tab and configure a set point. Let's say 75 degrees, and let's put in a deadband of 2.5. So in our preview tab, we'll see here that this rule will turn on that output at 75 degrees, and it will turn it off at 72.5. Now naturally we can create different rules here and schedule them out. Maybe have a different set point for day and another one set for night with different set points. So this is basic thermostat function block. We can save and close out of this, and let's take a look at the humidistat function block. When we open up the humidistat function block, we will find it is essentially the same. We can set a set point of whatever relative humidity we want. And on our equipment tab, we have the same things. We can select our environment sensor from that room. We can select whether we are humidifying or dehumidifying. And we can select an output that we want to control. Okay, so again here we can see our preview. We'll start dehumidifying at 50 and stop at 46. If we were to turn this around the other way to humidify and go back over here, we'll see it's the other way around. It'll start at 46 and it'll stop at 50. Okay, and that concludes the configuration of a basic thermostat and humidistat function. Now most HVAC systems are controlled with the more advanced HVAC function block, which is what we're going to look at in the next video.